Want help to grow your business? Download Bryn, the world's first business advisor in your pocket. To find out more, visit bryn.ai or search the App Store today.
Hi and welcome to Masters of Business. My name is Christo and this here is the lovely
Francisca.
The lovely Francisca.
I'm glad you said lovely because
Yes.
that's exactly right.
And we're going to share some pretty cool business stuffs with you guys today, and some things that you can hopefully go away and apply to your business to make a difference for you right away. What is it we're talking about?
So we want, you don't know, do you? So we really want to share with you how you can stand out in the market and make yourself irresistible. So how to create a brand that is irresistible to the right people. And that's a big keyword there, the right people. So how can you be irresistible and how can you be irresistible in your business, your products and your services to the right people. Now, in today's economy and in today's market and how we live, we get hit with a lot of advertising. It's very busy. There's a lot of competition. We get a lot of offers. Our inboxes are usually very crowded. Even, when you walk on the streets, there's usually a lot of billboards and banners, or when you watch TV or anything like that. There's a lot of clutter. We get hit with a lot of marketing pieces. Now, the buying behavior of our consumers has also changed. So what we want to do is we really want to make sure that you, in your business, you find a way to stand out. So we want you to figure out how you can build your brand to make it irresistible. And there are different ways of doing it. We will share a lot of them with you. One of the most important things is that there is a lot of competition for most businesses. It's okay. So the first thing usually we always say is just be okay with competition and don't copy, because copying is never cool. Rather than copying, we want to find ways to carve out your own essence and your own ways of being recognized as a leader. And we'll share with you different examples.
Yeah, there's always going to be, and obviously with the cold competition and things out there, because I know when you hear this stuff immediately, sometimes you think, well, I've got competition. I sell the same sunglasses as somebody else down the road, but there's always going to be an industry leader in the space. There's always going to be someone that is selling more products than others, and it's not necessarily, like we all know that it's not always the best product or service provider that is actually the best seller out there. I think everybody knows that. It's just that they get how to position themselves to be irresistible in the market. They get how to grow their brand, and it's not always that it's not always the best one. Like, everybody knows that. It's not always the best one that's the best seller, but it also doesn't matter how good you are. Like, if you're the most talented or you're the most passionate, if you don't know kind of how to put that brand out there to the market, it's not going to help you. But there are some people who simply just follow the process. So having worked with thousands of different businesses, which we have over the years, and seeing what's working and kind of what's not working, it's basically where we play every single day,
Exactly.
which is pretty awesome. So we get to see what's working and what's not simply by exposure to it as well. So everything we'll go through here today is basically what we'll be sharing is what we see within the businesses which grow the most rapidly and grow their brand the most rapidly.
Yeah, and what we'll do, we'll make sure that we share with you today some larger examples, so some bigger companies that everyone knows, and see how they do this. Some are doing a really good job in doing this, some not so much, but also lots of small businesses, because we have worked and we are working with so many small businesses. We want to share some of those with you so you can see how it applies. Now we will go through 4 steps. I'll quickly go through what they are, and then we go into each of them in more detail. So the first one, it will be perception, how we create perception. The next one will be differentiation. So Krista will talk a little bit about how to differentiate. How is it that you can create that uniqueness that only you have, that you are known for? Then we look at amplification. So how can you amplify your perception? And the last one is reinvention. Sometimes you have to reinvent a little bit and you have to adjust, you have to innovate. So we share with you a little bit how to do that, and also lots of examples. So let's go with the first one, perception. Let's do this. You want to grab some water already? You haven't even spoken very much yet.
I know.
The first one is perception. And perception is, the thing, if you run a business, and you most likely are running a business watching this amazing show, you really have the power and almost the obligation to take charge of your business perception. Every brand that we see out there has a certain perception. Usually, there are either two ways. It's either consciously created, so either the brand has consciously thought about, hey, this is exactly how you want to be perceived, or it hasn't thought about it, or the people that behind the brand haven't thought about it, but we give it a perception. Every object, everything, every person has a perception. So it is your job as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, to consciously influence that perception. You have to do that. Now, how do you do that? I'm going to give you 2 questions. And the first one is, how do you want to be perceived? So ask yourself in your business, how is it that you want to be perceived? So looking at your business, I usually say, take your business, look at it as if it was a person. So look at it, hey, this is my business. It's called, whatever, let's say Basic Bananas, which is one of our businesses. And think about, hey, how do I want this business to be perceived? If you are the person in the business that you're branding, so if you are your own brand, then you think about, well, this is my persona, Franziska Iseli. How do I want to be perceived as a businesswoman? And when you do that, when you take your business, you describe this business with adjectives. So you use descriptive words. And descriptive words could be, you can see some on the slides too here. So you can say courageous, reliable, professional. It could be fast. It could be fresh. It could be young. It could be conservative. It could be old. It could be modern. However you want to be perceived, you have to be very, very clear. And you have to carve something out for your business. You have to choose a perception. If you don't choose it, someone else will choose it for you. So you have to influence your perception of your business. So that's the first question. Now, the next question,
to think about too, like what's the space in the market, right?
That's almost the second question a little bit.
Coming,
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's pretty much the second question. So the second question is, what do you want to be known for? And that's exactly right. What Krista said is, what's the space you want to carve out in the market? So what is it that you want to be known for? And maybe write that question down and answer it for your own business. But if you let's look at different businesses. Let's say Volvo is a really great example. So Volvo, the car company, they are known for, let's test you a little bit.
For drivers that annoy everybody else. No.
You can't say that on a show like that. There's people that drive Volvos.
I know, but that is a reputation as well.
Is
Well,
it?
people say Volvo driver, but everyone knows that and we're all good with it. I like Volvos. But no, safety. Of course. Dig up.
Yeah, dig up. So Volvo is the space that they've taken in the market consciously is safety. They've decided, they've worked with some great branding and advertising agencies. They were actually one of my clients years ago. And we didn't come up with that concept, but hey, they're great. And so they came up with the idea of, hey, we are going to be known for safety. So the whole company, all their engineers, everyone who works for them knows that they want to be known for safety. That's the thing they want to be known for, and that's what they constantly work towards. So think about for yourself, what is it that you want to be known for? Even other examples like Red Bull. I mean, what's Red Bull known for? I'm putting you a little bit on the spot here. Do you like that?
Yes, extreme, pushing the limits, breaking records. Definitely the whole extreme sports
adventures,
stuff.
Even exactly.
Extreme sports, pushing the limits.
Exactly, same thing. They're a drink company, like there are so many other energy drink companies out there, but they have managed to stay at the top of their game because they've chosen their perception, so extreme, pushing the boundaries, adventurous, and they are constantly going after that. So think about what is it that you want to be known for, what's the one thing. Don't choose more than 3 things, because you can't be known for more than 3 things. Imagine if you meet someone in the streets or at an event, at a wedding, you meet someone and they tell you 20 things about themselves, which sometimes does happen. You don't remember all those things. But if they tell you one really interesting thing, so if this guy or girl tells you one interesting thing, like, hey, I'm really passionate about skydiving, or I have a kangaroo farm, or whatever, you remember the one thing. Remember the one thing, you don't remember 20 things, so only take 1 or 2 things.
It's like the more you say, the less people will remember. The less you say, the more they'll remember.
Maybe we should stop here then.
It's good.
You think
What do you mean?
if we stop this presentation, they'll remember more?
Oh, yes. Good point. No, that's deep.
No.
The less you say in terms of what you want to be known for, because exactly right.
Yeah. So the second point is now differentiation. So maybe we have
Didn't
a
know
look
what
at.
you were going on about then.
I
That was
realize.
good.
I realize.
Yeah, nice. But definitely, yeah, think about, and you could also think about you might look at your market in the first place too and go, well, if everybody's known for fun in your industry, you probably don't want to amplify fun and be known for that. You might want to look at something different, slightly different in your space. Whereas on the flip side, if you're in an industry where it's quite dry and quite straightforward, like a lot of professional industries, or it's kind of dry and boring. A lot of the businesses we've worked with where we have actually amplified fun for them in these spaces where, you know, it might be a lawyer, an accountant or something, it actually makes them really pop in their industry and attract a big market, a section of the market, because not everybody wants that sort of dry thing and it shows they're human. So differentiation. Now we're going to look for ways to basically, before we've picked these perceptions that we want to be known for. Next thing we're going to do is look at how can we package ourselves in different ways so that it'll appear as different in our space, because it's something we find, obviously working in marketing day in, day out, we need to position you as different in as many areas as possible. It's not just like having one thing that's different about you. We want to have as many different points as difference as we possibly can across the board, so that you can stand out as different, because the one thing we don't want to obviously do is blend in. So this might be some back-end stuff, but it might be just basically looking at how you're going to package and bundle your services. You might be someone that has like it could be that you have something really practical, like you have a restaurant that has the best view of the harbour in your city, and you can put that out to the world and say, this is our big thing, it's our point of difference, it's what we're all about. On the other hand, it could be something as small as that you remember your clients' names. You know, when your clients come, I use our dry cleaning, washing and ironing guy. This guy does washing and ironing for me.
Yeah, you love
for
him.
us. I love him because he remembers my name. I walk in there and he says, "Hey, Christo, how are you?" And I'm like, "Hey, mate," and we have a chat and chit chat, and just this little point of difference makes me feel like we have this. Well, I feel like we have this relationship. It's just this little thing, and he might have intentionally done it to begin with, like purposely say the name. So then I'm thinking, what's his name? And then I say his name back.
I actually think he is just like that. I don't think.
No, I think so too. It's just natural. But because he says it, I feel comfortable going there and almost like walking in. It's like a warm environment to go into, to the point where now I wouldn't go anywhere else because I'd feel like I'm cheating on him. You know, I'm not going to cheat on my guy. But it's just a little itty bitty point of difference. Now, in terms of differentiation, you can think of it in terms of, it might be that you might sell a product and you can tack on services, or you might sell services and you can tack on products to try and make your services more tangible. But how we package and bundle our offerings can have a huge impact. So,
To continue enjoying this presentation, download Bryn, the world's first business advisor in your pocket. To find out more, visit bryn.ai or search the App Store today.